In today's video, let's take a look at our picks of the 10 best offline games for Android and iOS in 2026. So without further ado, let's get started. Cult of the Lamb. It is an action roguelike developed by Massive Monster and published by Devolver Digital, where players control a lamb saved from death by a mysterious being called the One Who Waits, and tasked with building a cult in its name. The game combines fast-paced, procedurally generated dungeon combat, featuring varied weapons, curses, and powerful bosses, with a base management system where you recruit followers, construct facilities, declare doctrines, and perform rituals to maintain faith and unlock new abilities. Its charming, colorful art style contrasts with its dark themes of sacrifice and fanaticism, creating a unique blend of cute yet sinister atmosphere that sets it apart from other roguelike games. I Am Fish. It is a quirky physics-based adventure developed by Bossa Studios and published by Curve Games, where players control 4 small fish trying to reunite in the open ocean after being separated from their pet shop tank. Each fish has a unique ability, such as swimming, rolling in a water-filled bowl, gliding, or even biting, which players must use to overcome environmental obstacles across streets, rooftops, and other everyday locations. The game focuses on challenging yet humorous physics-driven gameplay, where balancing movement and avoiding hazards like traffic, falls, or predators creates chaotic and entertaining moments throughout the journey. Voltshadow. It is a pixel art action platformer developed by Idiac Games that follows the story of Archon, a warrior seeking revenge after his brother's death in a catastrophic energy explosion, linked to the mysterious Shadow Lords. Set across the dangerous Dark Continent, the game features fast-paced hack-and-slash combat, challenging enemies, and intense boss battles that test precision and timing. Blending elements of Souls-like difficulty and Metroidvania-style exploration, Voltshadow delivers responsive controls, atmospheric environments, and retro-inspired visuals, creating a compelling and challenging adventure for mobile players. Murder on Space Station 52. It is a story-driven sci-fi murder mystery developed by Made From Strings and published by Dionews Games, where players take on the role of Edward Locke, a man trapped aboard a strange and isolated space station plagued by a serial killer known as the Keychain Killer. Combining classic point-and-click mechanics with investigative gameplay, players explore hand-drawn environments, collect evidence, interrogate suspicious characters, and connect clues on a murder board to uncover the truth. Mawkey: The Last Macaw. It is a side-scrolling pixel art adventure developed by Gara Pixel Studio that follows the story of Mawkey, the last surviving scarlet macaw fighting to protect his homeland from environmental destruction. Set in levels inspired by the rainforests of Honduras, the game combines classic platforming challenges such as avoiding traps, fire, pollution, and natural hazards, with an emotional narrative centered on deforestation and wildlife conservation. Along the journey, Mawkey encounters animal allies who help him overcome obstacles and explore new areas, blending traditional 2D gameplay with a meaningful ecological message and charming retro visuals. Dune Barrens. It is a peaceful open-world exploration game developed by Protopop Games that invites players to freely roam a vast desert landscape filled with rolling sand dunes, rocky formations, and ancient ruins. Instead of focusing on combat or structured missions, the game emphasizes relaxation and immersion, allowing players to walk, run, and glide across the environment while experiencing dynamic lighting, atmospheric effects, and ambient desert sounds. With no strict objectives or time pressure, this game offers a calm, meditative experience designed for players who enjoy quiet exploration and visually striking natural scenery. Mindcop. It is a non-linear detective game developed by Andre Garris and published by Dear Villagers, where players investigate a murder case in the small town of Maryland Crater Camp, under a strict 5-day time limit. As the titular Mindcop, you can interrogate suspects, gather evidence, and use a unique mind surf ability to dive into a suspect's thoughts by solving real-time puzzle sequences that reveal hidden clues and secrets. Every action consumes valuable time, forcing players to carefully decide whom to question and which leads to follow. resulting in multiple possible outcomes depending on the choices made throughout the investigation. Shiren the Wanderer 6+. This is a roguelike RPG follows the wandering adventurer Shiren and his companion Kappa as they explore the mysterious Serpent Coil Island, where every dungeon is procedurally generated with different layouts, enemies, traps, and items each time you enter. True to the series' classic mystery dungeon style, if Shiren is defeated, he loses most of his items and must start over, making strategy, resource management, and careful decision-making essential. Slender Threads. It is a point-and-click thriller developed by Blitz that follows the story of Harvey Green, a traveling salesman who arrives in the eerie town of Villa Ventana and becomes haunted by recurring nightmares of his own death, blending psychological horror with dark humor. The game focuses on classic adventure mechanics, such as exploring detailed environments, interacting with strange townsfolk, collecting and combining items, and solving puzzles to unravel a supernatural mystery. Bluey's Quest. It is a family-friendly adventure game inspired by the hit animated series Bluey, offering players the chance to join Bluey and her family in a variety of playful quests and mini-games. The game focuses on exploration, creativity, and simple problem-solving, allowing players to interact with colorful environments and familiar characters in a safe and accessible way. With bright visuals, intuitive controls, and activities designed to reflect the imagination-driven fun of the show, it captures the heartwarming and playful tone that fans love.